Jeff Koval, an ambitious farmhand, long, lean, and gangling, tilted his torn straw hat back on his tousled head and looked up at the moon. I must have been moonstruck, he thought, when he paid out that $100 for a mail-order course on how to be a detective in 20 easy lessons. I haven't got the guts to go out and get a job as a detective. As Jeff leaned on the split-log fence, he heard the roar of a high-powered car. It wasn't the first time that the Cadillac had sped past there at night, raising a huge cloud of dust, but tonight the car stopped suddenly with its brakes squealing. 3 pistol shots rang out into the night, and the chauffeur and the 2 well-groomed men piled out of the car. The gun barked again as one of the men leaned forward in the car and pulled the trigger on something he saw in the front seat. "Let's get out of here," he yelled. "Ditch the blasted car and come on." Hidden behind a big tree, Jeff waited a long time before he tiptoed up to the car. Low, hollow laughter, like the echo in a tomb, fell upon his ears, and what he saw grinning at him on the front seat caused him to break out in a cold sweat. Even though the night was warm, Jeff could feel the cold sweat running down his legs.
"Come on in and sit down, young man,"
said the skeleton.
"Like Diogenes, I'm looking for an honest man. If you're on the level, you don't have to be afraid of me."
"I'm no double-crosser, if that's what you mean," said Jeff. "But how did you get in this car?"
"My name is Death,"
said the skeleton.
"and I'm a passenger in all cars."
His words rattled in his mouth as if he had loose dental plates.
"That was Dandy Dan, the boss racketeer who bumped off a cop last week. But his bullets flattened out against my bones like putty. There's a reward for his capture, 10 grand. He's got a hideout in the woods at the end of this road. How would you like to get that 10 grand, young fellow?"
$10,000? exclaimed Jeff. "It's been my lifelong ambition to be a detective and collect big rewards. Just tell me what I have to do."
"Okay, just drive this car off and hide it in the thick woods over to the right. It'll be our headquarters. Meet me here tomorrow for instructions."
Jeff did as he was told. He gave the police the tip that led to the capture of Dandy Dan and his gang and collected the reward. The strange partnership with the skeleton and the haunted car continued. However, and before a year was out, Jeff had collected several other rewards, became a rich man, bought the land where the haunted car was hidden, and began to live a life of ease. But with soft living, there came the inevitable corruption of moral fiber. Wealth beget the just for more wealth, and one day the idea came to him. If the police were willing to pay well for a tip that caught a murderer, then why wouldn't the murderer be willing to pay even more to be warned when the police were about to nab him? The idea worked, and Jeff became richer and richer, until one day his partner in the haunted car said,
"Tonight, I'll drive you to the hideout where you'll be able to collect your biggest reward yet."
As they approached a railway crossing that night, Death told Jeff to move over and took the wheel. An oncoming express train hooted its warning, but Death stalled the haunted car right on the track. Jeff Koval was part of the debris that was scattered for half a mile down the right-of-way.